utterances by Senator Edwin Sifuna MP were made while the Senator was making his contribution on the motion for the President's address to Parliament pursuant to Article 132(1)(c) and 247 of the Constitution. The particulars of the statements that Senator Sifuna was required to substantiate are as follows. A. Senator Mohamed-Chute MP sought the intervention of the Speaker to require Senator Edwin Sifuna MP to substantiate the statement that, Mr. Speaker, sir, we were told about the question of subsidizing the price of fertilizers. Now it is public record that in fact some of these subsidized fertilizers came to this country as a donation from the government of Russia. B. Senator Dr. Boni Khalwale MP sought the intervention of the Speaker to require Senator Edwin Sifuna MP to substantiate the statement that, Mr. Speaker, sir, the President also announced that in June of this year, his administration would employ 103 community health promoters, CHPs. We saw him flagging off distribution of 100,000 kits to be used by those people. The fact of the matter is that is not true. In fact, counties are supposed to identify the people to be recruited as CHPs, and that progress is ongoing. You cannot claim something has happened, yet it has not happened, just to massage the numbers and appear like your government is working. C. Senator Veronica Maina MP saw the intervention of the Speaker to require Senator Edwin Sifuna MP to substantiate the statement that we were told that the President has set up Wi-Fi hotspots across the country, including here in Nairobi County, and markets such as Muthurwa and City Market. You will see that, in fact, those things do not work. And C. Secondly, the Central Bank of Kenya data allows, the Central Bank of Kenya CBK data shows that the default rate of the loans borrowed under the Hustler Fund is higher than the ones of the commercial banks. Now, Honorable Senator, Standing Order 1051 states as follows: a senator shall be responsible for the accuracy of any facts that the senator alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any facts instantly. Further, Standing Order 1052 states as follows: if a senator has sufficient reason to convince the Speaker that the senator is unable to substantiate the allegation instantly, the Speaker shall require the senator to substantiate the allegations not later than the next sitting day, failure to which the senator shall be deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of Standing Order 121, unless the senator withdraws the allegations and gives a suitable apology. Senator Edwin Sifuna was not able to substantiate his statements as required pursuant to Standing Order 1051, and subsequently requested to be allowed by the Speaker to provide the evidence the next sitting day in accordance with the Standing Order 1052. Having acceded to the request, the Speaker directed that the senator substantiate his allegations at the next sitting day. On Wednesday, 15th November 2023, I consequently invited Senator Edwin Sifuna MP to table the evidence in support of his statements made on Tuesday, 14th November 2023, pursuant to Standing Order 1052. Thereupon, having no evidence to substantiate the point of order by Senator Veronica Maina with respect to the Wi-Fi hotspots across the country, Senator Edwin Sifuna withdrew the statement and offered an apology to the Senate. The senator thereafter proceeded to table documents containing the evidence on the following: A, the point of order raised by Senator Mohamed-Chute MP concerning the subsidized fertilizer, and B, the point of order raised by Senator Veronica Maina MP concerning the default rate for the loans borrowed under the Hustler Fund. Honorable Senators, following the tabling of evidence by Senator Edwin Sifuna, I undertook to review the documents and give a ruling on the matter, as it was not practical to make a determination then. As you're aware, any document or evidence tabled by a senator in this House as evidence for substantiation of any allegations made under Standing Order 105 must pass a certain threshold. The obligation on the Speaker in this matter was to review the documents tabled by Senator Edwin Sifuna MP, make a determination on the admissibility, further establish whether the documents, if admissible, provide evidence of the claims made, and to finally make a determination whether accordingly the threshold under Standing Order 105 has been met. Consequently, in undertaking the foregoing assessment, the parameters that have guided the Speaker in the present matter are as follows. A, is the evidence tabled from a source which by parliamentary practice is official and admissible? And two, if the answer to A is in the affirmative, does the evidence relate and verify the claim that was made and for which substantiation was required? Now, honorable senators, with respect to the first parameter, which is whether the evidence provided is from a source which by parliamentary practice is official and admissible, a review of the contents of the documents provided by Senator Sifuna indicates that the senator tabled the following documents. One, a copy of an image of a post on the Russian embassy in Kenya's social media X, formerly Twitter, dated 3rd August 2023, and a copy of an article from the Standard newspaper dated 1st June 2023, indicating that the government of Kenya had received 34 tons of fertilizer from the Russian government. Two, a copy of an undated article from the Star newspaper indicating that the average rate of birth date in Kenya had hit an almost 2 decades high of 15%. And three, a copy of an article from the Business Daily newspaper dated 22nd August 2023, indicating that the Hustler Fund defaults had reached 3 billion in 9 months. And lastly, the annual report and financial statement of Central Bank of Kenya for the financial year 2022-2023. Now, honorable senators, as you are aware, established practice in Parliament of Kenya and in comparative jurisdictions is that extracts from newspapers may not be tabled as evidence for substantiation of claims. This is buttressed at Standing Orders 55.1, which in respect to statements provide, and I quote, the facts on which a request for statements is based may be set briefly, but extracts from newspaper and other media or quotations from speeches shall not be admissible. Consequently, and in accordance with the established parliamentary practice, the newspaper extracts from the Standard, the Star, and the Business Daily newspapers as tabled by Senator Edwin Sifuna MP are inadmissible for purposes of substantiating any claim made. The other document tabled was a copy of an image of a post on the Russian embassy in Kenya's social media platform X, formerly Twitter. This document appears to be an image taken of the verified official X account of the Russian embassy in Kenya, posted at 8:07 hours on the 3rd of August 2023. There is no evidence to suggest the contrary, and this document is accordingly admissible. The final document tabled was the annual report on financial statements of Central Bank of Kenya for the financial year 2020-2023. This is an official publication of a government agency and is therefore admissible. Honorable senators, the second parameter is whether the evidence table relates to and verifies the claim that was made and for which substantiation was required. With respect to the copy of an image of a post on the Russian embassy in Kenya's social media platform X, the senator tabled this document seeking to substantiate the following statement. Mr. Speaker, sir, we were told about the question of subsidizing the price of fertilizers. Now it is public record that in fact some of these subsidized fertilizers came to this country as a donation from the government of Russia. The post from the Russian embassy X platform states as follows: more than 34 tons of fertilizer donated to Kenya by the Russian Uralkali group are now being reformulated to produce 100,000 and 200 tons of fertilizer. This will help Kenya a lot to get a good harvest this year. Now, honorable senators, while it is clear that there was a donation of fertilizer from the Russian government to Kenya, no nexus is shown between that donation referred to and the subsidized fertilizer as alleged by Senator Sifuna. To meet the test of substantiation, Senator Sifuna needed to show the link between the donation and the subsidized fertilizer. He has not. The final document tabled was the annual report and financial statement of the Central Bank of Kenya for financial year 2020-2023. This document indicates the financial position and performance of the banking industry in Kenya. It was presumably presented to buttress the contents of the newspaper articles in support of the allegation that the default rate of the Hustler Fund was higher than that of the commercial banks. Needless to say, the purported substantiation by use of newspaper articles having been disallowed, this supporting document similarly collapses. In any case, I see no connection, no reference made to the Hustler Fund, and any comparison between the Hustler Fund and the regular commercial lenders in the central bank report. Honorable Senators, accordingly, I find and rule as follows. In respect of the challenge by Senator Mohamed Chute, MP, to substantiate the claim relating to fertilizer, Senator Edwin Sifuna, MP, has tabled evidence to show that indeed some fertilizer was donated to this country, but has failed to establish any link between that donation and the subsidized fertilizer. Therefore, this claim has not been substantiated. In respect to the challenge by Dr. Boni Halwale, MP, to substantiate the claim that it is not true that the government had employed one of three community health promoters, CHPS, Senator Sifuna did not table any evidence or provide any explanation to substantiate this claim as was required. The claim was accordingly not substantiated. In respect to the challenge by Senator Veronica Maina, MP, to substantiate the statement that default rates of the loans borrowed under the Hustler Fund are higher than the ones of the commercial banks, again, Senator Sifuna did not table evidence to support this claim. The claim was accordingly not substantiated. Now, honorable senators, following the tabling of the documents by Senator Edwin Sifuna, MP, and in accordance with my findings in relation to the admissibility or otherwise of these documents, and the failure to meet the threshold of substantiation in respect to the claims made, I now require Senator Edwin Sifuna, pursuant to Standing Order 1052, to withdraw and apologize in respect of the claims that, 1, some of the subsidized fertilizer came into the country as a donation from the government of Russia. B, it was not true that the government had employed 103 community health promoters, CPH. And finally, the default rates of the loans borrowed under the Hustler Fund are higher than the ones of the commercial banks. I proceed to caution, as provided in Standing Order 1052, that failure to withdraw and apologize will result in Senator Edwin Sifuna being deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of Standing Order 121. Senator Sifuna. Senator Sifuna.
Mr. Speaker, this is a hill that I am determined to die on. My conviction is right. My conscience is clear. I refuse to withdraw or apologize for any of those sentiments because they are the truth. And Mr. Speaker, allow me to see myself out in lines of Standing Order 121 2B. You don't need to bother yourself. I'll just walk out.
Kindly proceed.
Thank you, sir.
Order, honorable senators. Now I proceed to propose the question.